The first time I got in the back seat of a Blue Angel jet, the pilot made me pass out twice. And I thought, what in the heck am I doing here? You know, I'm a fighter pilot. This shouldn't be happening.
Dave Voigt from Screen Finish. All right, well, Greg, Paul, obviously, first off, just thank you so much for the time today, and congratulations on the film. I absolutely loved it.
Thanks, Dave.
Much. So glad you liked it. That was the idea.
Now, I mean, Paul, I guess my first question is for you. Like, walk me through the origin of I guess, getting embedded with the Blue Angels and telling the story. I mean, I was kind of amazed that this film had never kind of already happened before in any other iteration.
Well, there are a few Blue Angels films that have been out before. Greg made a film with Rob Stone back in the 90s called Blue Angels Around the World, follows them all the way to Russia and everything, which is an iconic film. And Greg and Rob, I mean, you should really tell this.
Yeah. 5 years ago, I went to Rob and said, we need to do another documentary like the one you did in the 90s. And because it's the 75th anniversary was in 2021. So we had lots of lead time. We were going to get it done. We powered into lots of good people wanting to support us. And then the pandemic hit. But we were fortunate to find Glenn Powell to jump in with us.
And then
Love it.
He brought in J.J. Abrams, and Kevin LaRosa was part of the aerial team. Then I was working with J.J. on another project, and Glenn Zipper and Sutter Rhodes, Sean Stewart. And it came up in conversation. Hey, we're putting this Blue Angels film together. Hey, Paul, do you fancy directing it? And I'm like, well, yeah. Are you kidding? So, of course. I mean, how could you possibly turn anything like that down? What an opportunity. But then you have to sort of like do your homework, and you realize, wait a minute, I'm working with the military. Are they going to? I've got earrings. I don't take orders well. You know, am I going to settle in, fit in? But it was just a different. I couldn't believe what I was getting into, and I just was so in awe right out the gate of being like infiltrating this incredible system, this incredible group of people who put these shows on every day, and to learn and to meet and understand the dedication from them, their desire to want to do it because they've been inspired by the Blue Angels in the past. Literally everybody, they all have a slightly different team, but they've all been inspired by seeing them at some point. And that's why they joined the Navy. That's why they wanted to become a Blue Angel, because they'd seen them at some place. And I think that was the thing that really impressed me, was just how much dedication these guys have to the cause, you know, and obviously the pursuit of perfection, and how ordinary folk they are outside. At the end of the day, they're just like us, you know. They're no different as human beings. They just can do these amazing things.
No, I mean, I think it was the showy part of it that I really appreciated, because I mean, I've had a chance to be and see a show, absolutely loved it, and I knew they were flying close. Didn't quite know they were flying that close. It feels like to be a Blue Angel, it's sort of a different echelon of being a fighter pilot. Can you talk a little bit about just sort of the discipline and the care that it takes to sort of hit this echelon of being a Blue Angel pilot?
The first time I got in the back seat of a Blue Angel jet, the pilot made me pass out twice. And I thought, what in the heck am I doing here? You know, I'm a fighter pilot. This shouldn't be happening. And so I knew I had to change my behaviors, my personal beliefs, elevate them tremendously if I'm going to get this done. The way they do it, you have 3 new pilots in that 6-plane formation each year. And the rotation is such that you have a seasoned pilot, a 1-year pilot that's seasoned, leading the new person. And you go through 10 weeks of training twice a day, every day for 10 weeks to put the show together and put it on the road. So it takes a tremendous amount of training, and it creates this ability to trust each other. And that's the key. We have to be able to trust each other. And in the movie, I saw how close we were to each other. The perspectives you get from the movie are fabulous. And I had never realized that. In fact, I went to the guys that used to fly with me. I said, you guys were flying too close. How can you do that? And they said, well, we trust you, boss. So you'll get to see all that. It's spectacular. You'll love it.
That was one of the things when the footage came in from the cockpit cameras. was just you know, and I especially in the number 4 jet when you're in Chomps's jet and you're following them around here at Pensacola. And about halfway through the season, they've moved it from the fleet down into blue gold set. And at that point, you really I'm just watching the footage and I'm calling people in. Look at this thing. Look how close, you know, you can see the wing. Are they not touching? How are they not touching the canopy? They're so tight in there. And you've got wind shear. You've got all these other things, crosswinds, winds from the turbulence you're going to get from the other jet in front of you. All these factors that they got to deal with. And they're still flying within, 18 to 12 inches of each other at, 22-ton jets for 400 miles an hour. It's crazy.
If you hear background noise, it's actually the Blue Angels practicing here in Pensacola right now.
Right now,
as
it just
we
flew
speak.
by. I just saw the Diamond. The Diamond 360 just went by that way.
Gentlemen, you put us in the cockpit for an amazing ride. But just thank you so much for the time today, and congrats on the film. I can't wait for people to see it, especially in IMAX.
Yeah, please see it in IMAX. And as I've been saying to everybody, if you can't see it in IMAX and you watch it on Amazon, which is a fabulous place to watch it, just do what your mum told you never to do and go sit really close to the TV and turn the sound up.
Really close.
Yeah, really, and then you get the
Absolutely.
IMAX.
Thanks again.